Good morning, everyone. This is vintage shabby goodness from the Midwest, bringing to you a pocket folio. I'm sorry. I am using Oohlala Vintage Treasures Digitals. There's going to be two or three, the main one being um, Almond, Luxe, Atelier, the postcards, colors, and the ephemera. There will be a little bit of the Almond Luxe mini journal kit, and also Biscotti Silk Lady Elegance. So I think I've got that right. I hope I have. But if not, all you have to do is go over to Oohlala's Etsy store and look at all of the digitals. There is bukus to look at. They're all gorgeous, and you won't be disappointed. You'll find everything that you're looking for. But anyway, this is what I have. Um, it's a fairly good size folio. Let me see if I can get a measurement off of it. Looks like it's about 9 by 11. So it's just a little bit bigger than a standard 8.5 by 10, isn't it? Okay, to start off with, this is what I used as a closure. It's a vintage lace, and I hated that I had to use a closure, but I did. So I just tied a big old bow, just the standard closure. So, but you gotta have a big old long piece for that. Okay, I'm going to try real hard to keep this in frame, but here's my top part, my cover, and I made this little, I don't know what you want to call it, pocket flip. It's got all kinds of little pockets in it, little tuck places where I've, tucked in little ephemera. So let's see, I got one there. No, I've got one up here. I could have sworn I had one somewhere else. Unless I glued it down. I might have glued it down. So I'm real good about that. Which, obviously, that's what I've done. So, but anyway, that's using the beautiful ladies in this kit. They're just wonderful. I just think they're just beautiful. Then you can just open it up. You can slide it out of this here. I did a paper clip because it likes to flip over a lot. But you can just slide it out. You can journal. You can add, more pockets. Just whatever your heart desires. So this is the hidden paper clip that I added to it. It's just got a couple little envelope, little tag things. Then on the other side, it has the corset with the bow. Of course, it's got a dangle on there with a little bow at the top. So this is probably the pocket folio part that I was thinking of, where I've gone through and made a lot of cuts along different areas here to tuck in a tag. Like down here, I just made a cut here. Added this tag with some book page behind it. It's out of a Latin book. There'll be some Latin words in here. And then just added some of the ephemera there. I'm going to lay those off to the side. Don't want to waste a bunch of time. I cut this out here, made a little flip so I could tuck this little tag in there. That I just took a frame, and I took the plastic from a photo album to make for the screen part, and then a flower I cut out of the digital added the word dream, and this is a clay flower that I made and added to it along with a little bow. And then this one, the tag with a hat boxes that I cut out, put some lace behind it and put down there at the bottom, and then some laces here in the middle, some lace at the top, and this is another clay rose that I made with some glitter on it, and then journal on the back there. Okay, and then we will go in, and here I've made a big long pocket here at the left to add all kinds of goodies in there. So just a couple of postcards I turned into tags. Oops, let's get this in frame here. I'm all over the place. And then, you know, I made this frame that I put some resin on. And I made this butterfly by using some resin. Do that so it doesn't tear. You know, when I know it's going to be hanging off and like that, I put the resin on it to keep it from tearing and getting all mangled up. But added some rhinestones. Added this beautiful lady with some flowers behind her and some wedding dress trim back behind her, and then a flower. And then here is a lace pocket that I added along with this tag here with the lacy bow. And then over here, I just added a belly band, basically. I used one of my snippets, and because all of these are cut apart to where they can flip over if you decide you don't want to have the belly band. I just thought I would keep them from, you know, I'll take it off here and show you what it, and it'll just slide up real easy. But see, I'd cut each one to where you could just flip them over like this. So, and each one has a couple of tags in it, I'm hoping. So, with this tag, and I used, I printed on rice paper to make this here. And then on this one here, and some of these fit pretty snug. I kept cutting down and kept cutting down, and I just really didn't want to cut down anymore, but I finally got them to fit. Just kind of a simple, pretty little tag there. And then this is another one that is done with the rice paper. Oops, I grabbed both of them. Just added a little vintage lace up at the top. And then you can flip these over. And we'll have some tags over back on the back side. And I've got, let's see, this one here. Add a little bit of black to it, some pillows, a rose, a word that says beauty, and I put some cheesecloth behind there. Turned out to be a pretty card or tag. And I just used regular, just the digital, just on regular cardstock on these over here. Add a little flower there, a little lace flower. And then this is a little piece out of the Latin book. And then out of the kit. And I just did the same thing on this. I just put some resin on it to keep it from getting damaged, because this book page was very fragile, you know, because it's really old. And then I added a little bead there. And then this is it's got the vintage sewing machine. think that is just beautiful. And then I added a piece of wedding dress applique with the Eiffel Tower. Oops, that I did put some resin on. And then it's got a little clear crystal bead on it with a bolt pin. Just simple. This is one of the ones that kind of gave me some trouble. I cut it down more and more, and there we go. Just have to kind of work it a little bit. It'll go down. Okay, and then over here, well, again, this is the belly band. This was a frame that I used. The frame, it's out of a different digital, and she's out of this beautiful lady is out of Biscotti Silk Lady Elegance. But I cut another piece of the frame out and put it on top. Again, going with my 3D look here, I did put a little bit of Wink of Stella on it to give it kind of a glittery. Don't know if it's showing up or not, but like I said, this came off one of my snippet rolls. Then I just folded it over, and I just added a little bow there and some pretty ribbon here to tie it so it would hold in place. Okay, and then over here, see yes, am I in frame there? I hope so. This one is, I just took and added like this lamp here. This is a chandelier that I just kind of cut around the edges, and then I tucked this up underneath there to make it a tuck spot, you know, for you to add a little card. This is a craft room, this whole sheet here. I wish I had another sheet to show you what it looks like before I covered it all up basically, but you'll find it. You'll see it when you go to look for this digital. But anyway, I just made that went into a flip. This one I added, it's like a cork board, and I just added it here, left it unglued here to make a tuck spot, you know, for another little tag there. And then I just cut a slit across the middle and then added another little tag in there. So you got a pocket here, and then a tuck pocket here. And then I added another cork board here, which I have a tuck spot here. There's the little card that tucks in there. But I went around and cut out all of the little pieces that was sitting on this desk here. I kind of cut up half of it down and lifted it up, and then folded it over. I tucked this corkboard back behind it and then stuck it down. Same way with the chair. I just kind of cut it down part way so I could tuck this corkboard behind it. So I just really am fascinated with the 3D look. So that's what you're going to get for a little while until I move on from that. So I hope you guys like it also. And then here on the back, let's see if I can get all this. This is kind of a flip out here. And you open this, and then here's a pocket. And I added this little tuck here to kind of add a little bit of stability to kind of hold this tag in there. So I've got part of an applique there, a pearl button there, and then there's the Eiffel Tower, along with some roses and a flower, and then a number that I've added and have folded a doily over the top. But then down here I cut out a rose I just resined the leaves. I thought it was kind of a neat look. Added a cheesecloth and the word cherish. And then it just tuck it in down here. Just like that. And then over here, I just put one of those circles that you can fold up and you can journal in here. Then here's a hidden paper clip. We'll flip it over in a minute, but I did add some vintage trim here. And there's parts of a crocheted lace there. Then you can open it up, and I have this envelope here being held by the paper clip. So I did make this envelope, I believe, on an earlier tutorial. Got all the laces on there, and then there's a postcard inside there. And then I took another part of that but this is tracing paper, actually. This isn't the rice paper. This is tracing paper that I printed on. I hope you can see that okay. And it's just a flip up to hide this here. It's like a barn door. And I forgot to put a tag in there. I had one laying here. I don't think it's going to fit, though. Nope, it's not going to fit. Maybe this one will fit here. This one's kind of snug. Yeah, I'll probably have to find another one or make another one or something to fit. I will get it fixed up, though. I promise. But anyway, that's what that is. It's like a barn door pocket. Open that there and put your tag in there, and then put this back down there. Sorry I missed that. Gosh darn it. And then I just collaged in this. This was just going to be a blank space, but I just don't do blank very well, so I just collaged some papers on there. And there's a pillow that I added to make a little pocket out of, and added these little tags inside that. Let me move this up. And then over here is a pocket that I just added some book page, a flower, and there's a stack of sheets here, a bow, some vintage lace down here, and it's a corset with a collar. And then here's one of the cork boards that I just turned into just like a tag. I raised her up, going to 3D again. I didn't raise this up. And then put the word bonjour there. And a little piece of jewelry there. This fits right in there. You just close it up like that, and that's it. So this is a rather quick little project that I did. It's just, I thought it would be fun. I love doing folios. Oh, I think you know that, but yes, I really enjoyed doing the folios, and I knew I could get a lot of pockets out of this digital. Just kind of play with it a little bit, and it'll all come to you. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. And this will be for sale, and I will put it all down in the description area, the price and how to get a hold of me. if you are interested. So again, go check out Doreen Denver's Etsy shop, and I will put that information also down in the description area. And again, this is Oohlala Vintage Treasures. Thank you all for watching, and you have a wonderful day. Bye.